evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader. Today is Tuesday, May the 2nd, 2023. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, Tullahoma High School's principal Jason Quick resigns. Tullahoma High School's Future Business Leaders of America has several advancing to the national competition, and Friends of South Cumberland looks to the future. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader.
Hi, my name is Ringo. Here at Barkview Senior Living, they're human-friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Barkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
Hi, I'm Fran Gray with Alzheimer's Tennessee. When you receive a diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease for yourself or someone you love, please know that you do not have to go through this journey alone. Alzheimer's Tennessee is here for you to provide support and education, all the help you may need to get through this challenge. Our number is 931-434-2348. We encourage you to give us a call. We're here to help.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. On Friday afternoon, Tullahoma High School Principal Jason Quick announced he is leaving THS by sending out an email to parents and staff. Quote, "Dear Wildcat family, what an outstanding school year we will soon be bringing to an end. It seems like just yesterday I was at the door greeting my young friends and making new friendships with our incoming freshman class. This morning I spoke with one of our parents at a coffee shop. We both agreed that time just seems to be going by faster than ever. I remind our students daily of this and encourage them to enjoy the moment during their rush to adulthood, as they will never be able to recapture their high school experience. For the past 3 years, serving every member of the Wildcat family, including all students past, present, and future, and their best interests have been at the forefront of my effort and passion. Upon returning to my hometown, my mission has been to restore our proud alma mater to its glorious yesteryear past in all school life facets, including academic, extracurricular, and social. And I wanted to make sure that every single student knew there was a place inside Tullahoma High School made especially for them based on who they are and not what they had to be in order to feel accepted. I believe these goals are now being successfully accomplished, and the climate and culture of our school is now very healthy for all shareholders. Back to the subject of time and how fast it is going for all of us. Over the past several weeks, it has become clear to me that the time has come for me to focus on other priorities in my life, both personally and professionally. One of the sacrifices a person makes in the demanding role of principal at Tullahoma High School is that of family and the focus of attention they deserve but receive at a much lower level. I've always believed a man's priorities should be in the order of faith, family, and career. For the past 3 years, this list has become disjointed and out of kilter for me. Professionally, opportunities to increase my sphere of servitude to others while offered have come and gone without me seeking to take advantage of them. Upon coming home to Tullahoma, my plan was to serve out the final year of my career as principal at Tullahoma High School. But as we all have experienced at some point or another, what we plan and build our lives around may not always go as we had thought. That is why God teaches us to trust and remain flexible, as you never know what lies ahead. Sadly, this will be my last year as principal of Tullahoma High School, as I will depart from this role on June 30th, 2023. However, I am so looking forward to finishing out an incredible school year as principal and handing out diplomas and giving fist bumps and hugs to my dear friends in the class of 2023 on graduation night. I'm quite proud of all that has been accomplished over the past 3 years, and I'm confident that THS is positioned to recapture its rightful place among the elite high schools in Tennessee. Much work remains, but the course for success has been clearly charted and will now be in the hands of the greatest admin team, faculty, and staff I've had the fortune to serve alongside. Please know that I have proudly poured my heart and soul into loving every student, faculty member, family, and shareholder of our Wildcat Nation. My love for the Wildcat family will remain forever strong, and my allegiance to you will be steadfast and unwaning. Once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. Respectfully yours, Jason Quick. And after these messages, we'll be right back.
Parkview Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. Last week we told you about the 20 West Middle School students who knocked it out of the park at Future Business Leaders of America's Tennessee State Competition. Well, Tullahoma High School also had 10 students qualify for nationals in Atlanta this June. To qualify for the National Leadership Conference, students needed to place in their top four of their respective events. The Future Business Leaders of America National Leadership Conference will occur in Atlanta from June 27th through June 30th. While Tullahoma High School students placed highly at the state conference, their advisor received an honor of her own. Valerie Robinson was named the Tennessee Future Business Leaders of America Advisor of the Year during the award ceremony. Robinson has been a Future Business Leaders of America advisor at Tullahoma High School for 17 years and the lead advisor for the last 12 years. Robinson said, quote, "I was very touched to receive this award and it was totally unexpected. There are so many great FBLA advisors that work tirelessly to provide opportunities and beneficial learning experiences for their students. I want all students to have the opportunity to become involved in something great, and that is what our chapter is all about. Students have the opportunity to become involved in community service, leadership on our officer team, and compete at regional, state, and national levels. For some students, our chapter meetings and events provide a way to meet and make new friends." End quote. Robinson was nominated for Advisor of the Year by her chapter secretary, Peyton Cunningham. The award presentation was made a little more special when Robinson's daughter, Penny Keel, handed her the award. Tullahoma saw 7 students take first place in their respective events. Bree Vigil placed first in client service, while Caitlin Brown finished first in cybersecurity. Brady Welsh, Sarah Eakin, Cambry Moyers, and Lily Villamar teamed to take the top spot in parliamentary procedure. Peyton Cunningham and Bree Vigil partnered to add a first place finish in the American Enterprise Project. Thomas Anderson placed second in 2 events at the State Leadership Conference. He first took second in the Introduction to Business Concepts before finishing second in the local chapter annual business report. Ann Duncan also added a second place finish for Tullahoma following her performance in cybersecurity. Former Tullahoma High School principal Jason said, quote, "Once again, our amazing FBLA students at THS have performed at the highest levels against their peers in the state. The number of state finishers is remarkable and shows our students' talent. The direction of Ms. Robinson has allowed them to take their talents and chase excellence. This is just one of the many reasons Mrs. Robinson was deservedly named the Tennessee FBLA Advisor of the Year this year. FBLA continues to allow our students to shine." End quote. And we'll be right back after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
He's a little bit of you, he's a little bit of me. He's the trash along the roadside of Tennessee. He's the garbage that we find. He's the dream we left behind. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. A throwaway bottle or pop top can may not seem much to a traveling man, but a little bit of litter goes a long, long way. And I grow and get bigger every day. Tennessee trash messing up the highways. Tennessee trash jogging up the byways. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. Lord, there ain't no lower class than Tennessee trash. We have met the enemy, and he is us.
Welcome back. Tullahoma Mayor Ray Noaes held his quarterly Planning and Coordinating Committee meeting where Tullahoma City Attorney Steve Worsham addressed the group.
First of all, in order to keep yourself abreast of what's happening in the city, just watch the Ray Noaes show every second and fourth Mondays of the month, because that's when the city board meets, and that's all televised, and that tells you about everything the Board of Mayor and Aldermen is considering during that 2-week period between the meetings. There are a lot of things that happen there that I can't tell you about because they're confidential things, so I can't share those with you today. But I do want to ask a couple of questions and tell you a little bit more about other things that city agencies and people are involved in. Number one, Teresa, what is the status of the New Fair School? You said that was ongoing. What is the status of it now?
We were waiting for the architectural plans, and we received those. We revised and gave input for that. So that's where we are right now. We're at the plan. We don't have a start date yet, but we have finalized the plans. Okay.
Thank you. I thought everybody would probably like to know that too.
Can I say one more thing? I forgot to add that our new member, Beth Harrison, we'd like to welcome her to the board. I forgot at the end. This is so impromptu.
Okay, well, thank you for that. The city of Tullahoma acquired in litigation a building in downtown Tullahoma, 127 West Lincoln Street. It's located near the Chamber of Commerce building, and we successfully sold that a couple of months ago, and we're going to have a high-end Italian restaurant locating there. And they're presently are gutting the interior of the building, for lack of a more delicate word, and trying to get all the innards out of there, and they're going to be remodeling it, so that'll be upcoming in the future. Also, I've received today a packet, a feat by Winston Brooks. We have managed to receive an acceptable and a recommendable bid on the Old Rock 10 building from CFC, the tenants that are currently occupying that building, and they bid $300,000 to purchase that building and are pledging $1.5 million renovation on that building. And Mr. Brooks is going to recommend that to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen at our next meeting. But that's really exciting because number one, we're keeping it occupied, the people that are there. Number two, we're getting some revenue from the city. And number three, we're upgrading a building. And number four, we're going to have a continued employment there. So that's a good thing. I met with Mr. Graham, chairman of the tree board, and two aldermen earlier this week, and we toured the downtown. The city, we're going to ask the city to consider funding for the renovation of all of the downtown planning areas. A lot of them are dead because of the hard winter, and the Noon Rotary Club has pledged $15,000 toward that project, and some private citizens are also going to contribute some money toward it. And Ms. Wilson is going to work with us on the financial aspects of it, so hopefully we can get that project underway this year. You all may not know this, but one of our buildings here in town that was for sale has been sold to a group, and it's been approved by the appropriate city agencies for an axe throwing building here in town. Now, I never knew that axe throwing was a sport. I thought that's what happened when people had domestic problems. But anyway, we're going to have one here. And so that's a building that's a new business coming into town. So maybe you want to learn how to throw axes. That might make your life more tranquil in other areas. Miss Welty's not here for the Tullahoma Community Pride Foundation. She's been out of town. So I just want to announce that the Community Pride Foundation utilized most of their funding from last year to remove some outdated signs coming into town, and also with Parks and Recreation and Public Works have removed about 18 old trees and stumps along the city right-of-way for CSX Railroad that we maintain. And so we had a cleanup project about 3 weeks ago, cleaned a lot of trash and things out of there, so it looks really nice right now. Okay. Those aren't legal matters, but they're things that I'm involved in as a citizen and part of what I love doing for this wonderful town. Thank you.
John Glass, airport manager, also addressed the group.
A couple of things going on in the airport. We have a Ford Tri-Motor with the Experimental Aircraft Association. We'll be offering rides to the public April 27 to 30. We have a flight school from Smyrna that will be locating to the airport in early May. Murfreesboro Airport is going to be down for the summer for repaving projects, and we're actually having conversations with MTSU Aviation Department. It's possible we might have up to 20 of their aircraft come down to Tullahoma for the summer. And last year we had our best year ever for fuel sales, 266,000 gallons sold. We're through 3 months of this year on pace to break that record again this coming year.
Hope Nunley, director of the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce, finished out the meeting with her presentation.
I am Hope Nunley with the Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce, and I do have Nancy Fuller, who is our president-elect this year. So many things have happened since I last saw this group, and so many things are going to happen. So I have several updates. One being we had an incredibly successful membership celebration in February where we honored Business of the Year, Small Business of the Year, CEO Business Partner of the Year, and so many others. So thank you to everyone who participated and celebrated with us on that. We also had our Taste of Tullahoma and Business Expo in March, which again was a great success, very exciting. We had 55 vendors and over 300 attendees, and so again, another great success. Some upcoming events. Women Impacting the Community is coming up on Tuesday, May 9th, and the categories are business, community service, education, lifetime achievement. If you know a woman that has impacted our community, please take just a moment to nominate them. The form is very simple. We'll reach out if we need any additional information, but really want to honor and celebrate all the incredible women in our community. We also have a golf tournament coming up. It's going to be tomorrow, Friday, April 14th. And so if you would rather spend your Friday on the golf course than in your office, I can help you with that. And so if you'll just see me after. We have our April Chamber Coffee that's hosted at TUA coming up this month on the 25th. And I do believe that there's going to be a little taste of Tullahoma. We're going to have some great restaurants featured, some great door prizes, and it is free to attend. We invite current chamber members and future chamber members, so everyone is welcome. And then in May, the coffee will be hosted at First Vision Bank, and June it will be at Parkview. And so please join us for any of those. CEO partners. If you are a CEO partner, we are not having one wrap-up event to celebrate the year. Each school is doing their own individual thing. And so if you are a partner, just watch for emails from your school on how they plan to wrap up the year and celebrate all the great successes. We have a ribbon cutting coming up on April 20th for Hospice of the Highland Rim, and invite you to join us for that. And then on May 4th, we celebrate Southern Middle Realty, which is powered by Keller Williams. So if you have something happening in your business that you would love to celebrate, a ribbon cutting is a great way to do that. And those participating in the facade grant, that's a renovation. We'll do a ribbon cutting for that. And so please visit our website if you have any questions on how to schedule one. Chamber Connect is a class that we offer at TACC. It's a free 1-hour class where we go over all the benefits of being a chamber member and how to take advantage of those benefits. You can register for those on our website. And our Coffee County Leadership Program is off to, well, we're actually wrapping it up currently with the class that we have. It's in partnership with the Manchester Area Chamber of Commerce, and currently we have 24 classmates going through that program. And if you're interested in joining the next class, we have information on that and would love to have you participate. The Tullahoma Area Chamber of Commerce will actually host the Gaddis Leadership Group in Tullahoma on May 12th. And so we're very excited to welcome that group and show off Coffee County. Some of our staff will be traveling to D.C. also with the Arnold Community Council to advocate for the Air Force Base. So we're very excited to participate in that. We're also attending 3-star meetings with the county. We will offer some educational classes this year to our members or anyone that's interested in attending. And one is going to be Canva 101, how to create graphics and things led by Tisha Fritz. And then we will do how to work a room networking class. And so both of those will be available this summer. We are also participating in Career Day at THS next Thursday. And I do know that there's opportunities if you want to help with the mock interviews, and you can also set up a booth and interview potential new employees. And so anybody who's looking for that opportunity. And Alderman Almacher made a great point about the Tourism Council. We would love, obviously, to be a part of that because I'm sure so many of you already know that when people come to Tullahoma and they're visiting Tullahoma, we are often their first stop when looking for information. And so we're really excited about that. And follow us on social media, and we want to promote all of the wonderful events that we've heard today.
We'll be right back with more news after these messages.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this, but it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me in life care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. The Friends of South Cumberland State Parks has announced a search for its first executive director. This Friends of the Park organization is one of the strongest in the state. The organization has been instrumental in purchasing property for the state parks on the South Cumberland Plateau. It manages a multifaceted education program that includes Trails and Trilliums, a very strong chapter for the Tennessee Naturalist Program, Every Child in the Park Hikes, and most recently sponsoring the Cumberland Forest School LLC, a new forest-based education program now located at the South Cumberland State Park Visitor Center. In addition, the Friends support the activities of the staff of the South Cumberland State Park and the Savage Gulf State Park with volunteer trails work teams, discretionary funding, and commonly responds to needs identified for the parks by raising funds for special projects. Finally, the Friends organization has a regular presence in the parks through the Trail Friends program. Trail Friends serve as docents, providing information to hikers and guidance on safety issues. For decades, the Friends of South Cumberland State Parks has served the park system on the Cumberland Plateau as a volunteer-led and managed organization. In 2022, the state of Tennessee created 2 parks from holdings previously managed as one park, and the Friends recognized the need to hire an executive director to manage work that had become more complex than in previous years. Our mission is to aid and assist the managers and staff of South Cumberland and Savage Gulf State Parks in meeting their objectives and to inform, educate, engage, and inspire their members and the public to protect, conserve, and enjoy all the resources of the parks. The executive director will build fundraising capacity, support the board of directors and executive committee to reach its goals, coordinate with park management, and expand on relationships with state leaders and decision makers regarding South Cumberland and Savage Gulf State Parks. The executive director will support key committee actions, including working with volunteers and committees to ensure effective Friends projects in support of the parks and raise the visibility of the organization among the general public. Principal duties include fundraising, managing daily operations, supporting park personnel, and participate in and support committee activities. Interested parties can apply for the position via the website at www.friendsofsouthcumberland.org. And don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. And stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast right after these messages.
I got a tour and I saw all the things and I was so excited about them. Then she took me to the movie theater and it had red chairs. So this is a done deal and I like it.
We have so many activities here that you just can't keep up with them all. We have exercise, we have coloring, we have crafts.
It's charming, it's attractive, it's very comfortable. It was one of the best decisions of my life.
Times are very challenging right now, and stress levels are high.
Reports indicate overdoses on the rise in communities across the state of Tennessee.
Those experiencing addiction and their loved ones may be struggling to navigate through all the change.
We want you to know that deaths from overdose are preventable.
And help is available.
Anytime.
Day or night.
How do I know?
How do I know?
I am a face of recovery in Tennessee.
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1942 at 89 degrees. Record low was in 1909 at 29 degrees. Average high for this day is 75, and the average low is 52. Clear for tonight with a low of 40. Sunny skies expected for Wednesday with a high of 67 and a low of 40, and mostly sunny skies for Thursday with a high of 71 and a low of 52. And that's our News Leader Report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader. Stay safe and have a great evening.